Uncle Mark here with our Kia Sorento. Just trying to get it ready on the road. Something I got to fix is this door handle. Back door handle doesn't seem to want to open the door at all. You can open it from the inside. I'll take you along with me. We'll do it step by step. It's fairly easy. So the issue we're having here is this door handle doesn't seem to want to open the door. It's not a child-proof lock thing because that would be on the inside. You can open the door from the inside actually. So not sure what's going on. Skippable chapters included in the description below. So you can skip ahead if you want to the right chapter or just watch it from the start. There's this little plastic cap here that's holding our bolt or screw that's hidden behind here for the door handle. So you need either a flat screwdriver or something else to take it off. It's kind of brittle now. I don't know. I think I'm going to spray it with WD-40 before I put it back in. They're not a sponsor, by the way. So if you look in the hole, use a flashlight because it'll be a lot easier. It's actually a bolt with a Phillips head on it. Try to Phillips screwdriver. It's like, this might strip it. So I'm going to use a 10mm socket. It's a 10mm bolt on it. I used a 1/4" drive because the extension was a little thick for getting in the access, just for the angle. So you're going to want to loosen it. There's going to be a point where it will let go, but you won't know till you try and take this piece off because the bolt will actually stay in. I think it's encapsulated in the part there. I tried doing it a little bit more. I thought this handle would just fall off, this chrome piece. But I think it's actually snapped in here a little bit too. So once I had it loose enough, I just kind of jiggled it back and forth, having the handle open, and there we go. So see, there's a couple little fingers. Hard to see, but you might have to jiggle it back and forth a little bit to get it out. Goes with this gasket around here. This just rock, and you want to, with it opened, move it to the back of the vehicle, and it'll pop out. If you like what you're seeing, can you do me a favor? Give me the thumbs up. It'll help YouTube realize that this is actually a pretty good video. Now, I would have thought this piece here would be broken. That little angle. If it is, that's what's wrong with yours. Stick your finger in the hole there, you should be able to grab where it's going to latch and open a door that way. And if it is, it's your handle. But like I say, if the handle's broken, it'll be that little tab on the end right there. That's probably busted or missing, possibly. If you're sure this is your problem, we'll reverse the process now, put it back in. This gasket goes on one way. This door still won't open. Right-hand corner there, top. Right hand, click on the card there, and there's a video on how to go further, which I had to do. Remember, there's your 10mm bolt in there. You can see it. Now you can. Put my socket back in there, so then I can thread it. This piece first. Just want to mention too, there is a bonus section to this video. After we do this, I'll show you some other things on this door. Now we have to put the other piece of the handle on first, so it kind of goes in the way it came out. Just gently try and put it in the hole, but don't force it towards the front yet. Get your gasket sitting the right way. It's got little fingers there too that sit only one way in to the hole. And then once you have the handle in, give it a push towards the front and it should click in. Once that's on, you can test it to make sure it's working. And we'll put this other piece back on. And like I say, it's got a couple little fingers in here. So I kind of want to snap it on. Just gently rock it back and forth. You'll figure it out how it snaps in. You can try one side first and then the other side. And I just gave it a push and it should just snap on there. Now we're going to tighten that bolt. Should be easy to do. Snug it up. Remember, it's going into plastic, I guess, so we don't want to bust it. Although there might have been a bushing in there that's made out of some metal. Test it, and it seems to work. And now we're just going to put that little plastic piece back on. See, it's got a couple little fingers that are going to hold it in place. Maybe spraying with some WD-40 probably wouldn't hurt. Not just enough to make it a little slick. And it should pop in there. That's what I ended up doing later on because I had this off again. And it went on real easy. Now we talked about some bonus video we've got for you right here. In case you have to go further in the door. So on the door panel, now you've got one of those little covers again. This one shows you a little Phillips screw that's in here. And this has been old and somebody's been in this here before. So some stuff looks broken, but this screw is coming out kind of sideways. I don't know if you can see that there. It's pushing, it's got almost like a built-in washer around it, and it's pushing against the door panel. So I'm going to try and move the door panel around or something. There we go. You can see how the hole must be a little bigger than it used to be too. Yeah, it's kind of broken. Oh, screw falls. Better not forget that one. So you can see it's just Phillips. It's like a sheet metal screw. Now there's a couple more in here. There'll be one holding this handle here. Looks like it's a Phillips, and there should be one behind this little plastic piece. Let's do this one first. Looks a little easier. So again, Phillips screw. And I was having some trouble with this one as well once it came out, because it looks like it's broken some piece again too. I guess over the years, it's an old vehicle already. We're doing this in 2025, so what's that? 15 years, 14 years old. This should just clip out. I think if you do it from the back here, you can pop it out. It's got little tabs, little fingers again holding it in. You don't want to break. Looks like they fit the top and the bottom, and then one in the front. Then there's another one of those little Phillips screws holding that part in, and that should just come out. Put them somewhere where I won't lose them. And usually, let me try and get this screw out of here. Got a little magnet. I was trying to pop it out because my magnetic screwdriver didn't have enough oomph. Try and get it to unthread here again. It was loose. It just, because there's a broken piece there, I'll show you what I mean. Try the screw, come on. A little looser again. Finally came out. It's sitting in a plastic piece, which was probably part of the door panel at one time. Now, your door panel, it's held in with a bunch of little clips, pop clips, I don't know what you want to call them. And I'll show you here where they are. There's one there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Usually use a door panel tool to get these off. Or a screwdriver. I just popped one and they all kind of popped. I don't know if they're the original ones or what. It should just come up, but it looks like this triangle piece here is holding the door panel on as well. So I'm using my door panel tool again. It's got a few little clips in here. We'll show you what they look like. Should pop out fairly easy, just be gentle. Gentle and pop them out. There they are, those 3. Looks like one's a little different. They all do the same thing. It sits like that, and that. Now the door panel up, it should go up and come off. Now there's wires and cables holding it on. We'll show you it from the back here. Easier to film it. Now either it's going to pop off on its own, or it's going to still be sitting there where my thumb is. There's a piece you can press, and it'll unhook a latch. And then there's like a hinge on the other side, and it just comes out like that. Show you some close-ups. There's a piece up there. There's actually a piece a little lower too. And then where my thumb is, right over here, that if you push it in, I believe, or push it down, it'll unclip. This is what it looks like without the cables on it. It's fairly simple. It's nothing too hard to do. We'll show you how to put that back on after. So let's, here I'll show you how that clips in there. I pretend this cable's coming out of it. So you just press it whichever way. See if we can show you. It looks like towards the front of the door, and it hinges. So that's what it should look like. Now we've got our wiring for our window. Again, there's a white little clip you press here. Press it in, and then wiggle the connector as you're pressing. It may be tough in there. Use both hands. I'm holding a camera, so that makes it tougher. Wiggle it back and forth, and it should come out. There you go. That's what it looks like. Simple enough. Focus. Or on camera, trying to focus. Now let's try and put it back together once you've done whatever you're doing in here. Now your cables might have come off of this. It's hard to say. Again, we explained how it goes in, right? There's a little tab that clicks in front there. There's actually 2 of them that clip on. And the back here is where the cables are going to be coming through, and there's that little clip there, clips on like that. So let's put the cables on first if they have fallen off already, or maybe you've changed this. If not, then you probably already have it on. So let's, first of all, what we need to do is, getting ahead of myself, the connector for the power window. Got to go back in, it only goes on one way. So if it doesn't want to fit in the one way, switch it around the other way. It looks like that connector's towards the front of the door or the front of the vehicle. Now let's get our door handles and lock cables put back in. I'm going to show you from this side because it'll make it a little easier for me to record it again. 2 people would be nice while you're putting this on. Let's adjust you here a little bit. Okay. So as we mentioned, those 2 front pieces clip in there. And then it just hinges down and should click and stay on there. Of course, the cables are facing the front of the door or the front of the vehicle. And then we'll show you from the other side how this will clip back on.
Stay there.
Now the door panel has got those clips again. Hopefully they're all in there. Make sure they are. If you're missing one, it's probably not a big deal. Or you could probably, if you're really worried or you got a few of them broken, go to an auto parts store with the actual clip. See if they've got something similar. This has got a little ledge that sits there that goes up into, you can see it right there. It's going to go up into the rubber window wipe, whatever that's called. It's going to fit in there. So I'm going to get that sitting on there first, and then try and line the door up. Just bang it down a little bit so it sits in there properly. Then you want to make sure that those clips are actually going into holes. You might have to wiggle the door around a little bit. Once you get a couple of them going in there, the rest of it should line up. So that one looks like it's going to go in. You might have to put your fingers up in there or a screwdriver or something and just move the clip a little bit. And then we can just bang them on and they should hopefully go into place. That one's going there. Go right around and then you'll feel if it's got the right seal or not. That's good. Now what do we got? Put that screw back in for the door handle itself, the latch handle. Just snug it up, and then we got that plastic cover that goes on there. See which way it goes on towards the front. Again, fits in only one way. I think the front snaps in first and then the back. You'll figure it out. Just don't force it. Then we have the grab handle here. And I've got my broken piece with the screw. The screw should have just come out by itself, I believe, but it looks like it's busted. Maybe it does come out this way, but there's obviously a piece missing. That fell in the hole nice and easy. I'm gonna just snug it up enough so it holds. That should be fine. What else we got to do here? Oh, this triangle piece here, this other trim lines up. It goes on top of the door panel and holds it in there. Should just snap in either by pushing with your thumb or giving it a little bang with your fist. And what else we got here? Oh, this screw here too. Another one of those ones with a Phillips screw. And then it'll have a little black clip or cover that'll go on top of it. Again, just snug it up. And then we'll hide it with that little clip, or well, I keep calling it a clip, but it's a cover. Should snap in. And there you go. It's that easy. Make sure your door opens and closes fine. And it looks like you're done.